Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to the Patriotic IAS. Let's start our session for the Hindu analysis. We will start with the following. Uh, we have following relevant news that has been covered in the Hindu that is relevant for the UPSC. So we will start with this. The first news that is on the front page is the wetland nature tourism that government want to start and to balance the harmony between the nature and the people, local people. So this is the main. After that, there has been the Baandhakala ikat. This is the art form of the weaving, the saris and the textile in the Odisha. So we will study about this, just basics about this, how they are weaving. Then already there is the reputation of the thing that the free movement agreement with the Myanmar, we are going to end this. India and Myanmar has the free movement agreement, and that 16 kilometer of the from the border in the both sides, the local people can move without the visa. And it was started in 2018. This is the update. There has been a news that Delhi a judge they have disclosed their wealth on the web portal by their voluntary manner. So we will try to know that what is the if there is any provision there. So this we will cover. Then already FCRA, this Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010, there has been a controversy because this has been used to uh, to to stop the criticism of the government. Many of the NGOs and the activists, those who are getting, particularly this is for the NGO and the non-profit organization. So they have been their registration has been cancelled, their license has been cancelled by this. So we will study about this, and we will study about the difference between this FCRA and FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Those okay, 1999, I think. So, in the frequently asked question, this has covered region for the conflict is spreading in the West Asia. Already we have covered. So, we will see some new thing in the very brief manner. Then we will cover this labor rules for the workers abroad, as the many of the young people, those who are going to join the job and workforce in the Israel, and there has been the recruitment drive from the UP government and Haryana government. There has been the opposition from the trade union as well. So we will study what are the rule, what are the impact, why they are opposing. And this will be under again GS paper 2 vulnerable section, because they are going as the vulnerable community, because if you are going in the war torn area, there is always chance of the getting injured or the even the death is possible. Then we will study militants in the mountains. It is with respect to the Balochistan's Baloch. So GS paper 2. Therapeutic antibody for the snake venom toxicity. So there is the new this new way of curing this if there is the snake bite. This is more effective. We will study what is this under the GS paper 3. This comes. This is also from the basic science. Ethnic killing in the Sudan. Sudan always involved in the civil war, ethnic conflict. So we will study, just try to locate, because UPSC asks the location that remain in the public domain. And after that, in the last, we will study the import, levy and the custom duty. This is in the context of the gold and other jewelry, and also in the context of the textile product, particularly in the case of the Japan, this China that always dump its product. So this is all about these are the area that we will try to cover in a very immediate, very quick manner. So we will start with the wetland nature tourism. What is this? The government has announced that the 16 of the Ramsar site, they will be developed under the government scheme. What is the name of government scheme? Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme. So they are going to develop in a such a manner where the local community will be involved so that nature can be protected as well as the livelihood of the locals can be improved. So that conflict between the nature and the local people, particularly the prevention measures, development could go in a such a way where the sustainable growth can be achieved. This is the main thing. So what is this Ramsar site? They are the wetland. They are wetland, and wetland can be the marsh area, swamp, peatland, or the water. Even whether it is natural or the artificial. So when the question comes that only natural waterlogging area comes under the wetland, no, it could be the artificial as well. Even they can be permanent as well as the temporary. This the definition include, you should know about the wetland. And this also include the brackish water. Brackish water, the whenever in the coastal area the sea water comes inside the inland, if there is the gap between the land and if there is the land parcel and there is the lowland area, so this sea water that comes, particularly you will see this thing in the Kerala is lot of example there, like the Stamundi Lake and this Webnad Lake. The Webnad Lake is the largest wetland of the India. After that, Astamundi. Both are very close to each other, and you must be knowing the Alleppey. This is very famous destination. So this is just at the bank of this Webnad Lake. And Astamundi is very close to that, I think 200 kilometers, near about something like that. So they are very close to, and both are the largest one and second lake of India. Both are also under this Ramsar site. And okay, so this is Ramsar is a city, and it is on the Caspian Sea, bank of the Caspian Sea. There the convention took place, and there it was brought that the whatever the wetland area is there, we will try to protect, and they are brought under the this Ramsar sites. And this also Ramsar sites convention has also a Montrex record. This record include those wetland they are very much threatened for their existence, or there is the great occurrence likely to occur as a result of the pollution, human intervention, technological development. So there has been the great ecological change in the ecological character has taken place. There is the threat to existence of this lake. That's why they are brought under the Montrex record. And in India, there are the two these sites are that are brought under the Montrex record. The first is the Kebul Lamjao, that is the Loktak Lake in the Manipur. This is the very famous. This is famous for the dancing deers. Okay, and Keola Dev National Park, that is in the this Rajasthan, Bharatpur. So both are under the Montrex record. You should remember. So under this, near about 16 Ramsar sites will be brought under this scheme, and 5 Ramsar sites they are going to be brought on the pilot project. They are the this Sultanpur National Park of Haryana, Bhitkarnika mangroves, and the Chilka Lake of the Odisha. Both belong from the Odisha, and Sirpur of the Madhya Pradesh and Yaswant Sagar of the Madhya Pradesh. These are the you should locate these in the map as well. So they are very important. So let's try to locate them. So first we will see this Bhitarkarnika is here. Okay. And Chilka Lake is same, close to it. Bhitarkarnika is here and Chilka Lake is here. Means they are Chilka Lake. This is Chilka Lake. And Bhitarkarnika, this is here. Okay. In the Madhya Pradesh, this is the Madhya Pradesh, this is the Yaswant Sagar here, Yaswant Sagar, and Sirpur. Two from this, but there is no side from the Chhattisgarh. Then comes the Haryana. So Haryana is here, and from the Haryana we are going to, we have included Sultanpur. This is here. So Sultanpur here. Sultanpur. So these are the five. Two from the Madhya Pradesh, two from the Odisha, and one from the Haryana. You should remember. Please locate, and these are all the Ramsar site of the India. So I hope you are clear with the what are the Ramsar site, what are the Montex record, these five uh, sites that has been brought under the Amrit Dharohar capacity building scheme. They are going to be developed under the uh, Tourism Ministry and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So you should remember all these things. This is very important. And what we are going to do under that, we are going to train the locals with respect to the like the tourism service providers, stakeholders of the strengthening the nature tourism, and training facilitators. All they will include the boatmans, local artisan, as well as shopkeepers. So all they will be guided, they will be trained so that they can involve in a sustainable way of the tourism as well as the protection of the environment. Is it clear? I hope this is clear. You can locate, please locate by yourself as well. So we have done this. Next important news that we are going to cover is this Bandhakala ikat. This is the way of the weaving the saris and textile. And under that, what they do, they warp and weft are the tied and the dyed before the weaving. So what is the warp and weft? Let's show it in the figure. Okay, so whenever there is the cloth, they are knitted. So one is the horizontal thread that's go, they are known as the warps, and this horizontal thread that whenever even if you will see your clothes now, there is the horizontal pattern and there is the vertical pattern. So this vertical pattern is known as the warps and this horizontal pattern is known as the weft. So they are they are dyed before the knitting. Generally what we do first is the weaving and after they we go for the dyeing. But in this particular type of the this art form, what we do the dyeing first, then we go for the weaving. Okay. And why, but still the demand for the saris are not. You can see that the cost of one sari is 1.1 lakh. So you can imagine who can buy this. First thing is that. Second thing is that the poor market linkage. There is no proper linkage between the those who are artisan, those who are weaving it, those who are manufacturing it, and those who are the customers. There are a lot of middlemen, and they take most of the profit. Okay, and there is the mimicking, and there is the use of the power loom. They are making it in a mechanized form. Okay, so this is that. This particular has been made in the basis of the Ram Setu sari, because there is the two, this blue area shows that this is the sea and this is the bridge, and one side is the India, one side is the Sri Lanka. This is the symbolically represented. But you just need to know about this Baandhakala ikat. This is associated with the art form, particularly the weaving and weaving of the saris and the textile. Next important news that we are going to take is, okay, where is this? Yeah. Yes, this is associated with the GS paper 2 and judiciary transparency in the judiciary, because We consider that as per the report, in India, after the police, the second most corrupt organization, government organization in the judiciary. So this is very much shocking, but yes, it is truth. That's why the judiciary started the voluntary, particularly the Delhi High Court, judges from the Delhi High Court, they started voluntary declaring their property, their wealth, when they enter into the office, when they exit the office. So there has been a decline in this voluntary, and it is not under the rule. This is just by their own self desire. But parliamentary standing committee, they have there was a report under that they wanted to they bring the judicial process and their reform, and under they are talking about that there should be the rule that should make it mandatory for the judges to the higher judiciary to declare their property when they enter into the office and when they comes out of the office, when they exit the office. So this will be very a good step towards the transparency and accountability of judiciary as well, because we have to held accountable and this transparency in the all the three pillars: executive, legislature, as well as the judiciary. Good step. You can include in your answer whenever you are going to write about the judicial transparency and accountability. There is also bill regarding that. This Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, this has been very much into the controversy, because the government, this government, previous government, there is always tussle between the government and NGO, because NGO, those who are working in the area of the particularly the holding accountability, the government, they criticize the government do not like, and many a times they cancel these registration and licenses. So we have seen with the many cases. One of these cases is the World Vision India. They have been denied the registration and license with respect to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Under that, it makes it mandatory that the NGO have to register, and they have to comply with the rules if they want to receive the foreign ad. So this there is the difference between the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act and the Foreign Exchange Management Act. Both are for the transaction with the foreign money. One is with respect to the any transaction with the foreign currency, and it is being done under the Reserve Bank of India, FEMA. FEMA is under the Reserve Bank of India, and this FCRA is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So you should remember there is one difference. The main aim and objective behind the FCRA is that to ensure that the foreign contribution do not adversely affect the sovereignty and integrity of the country, and they are using in such a manner where it is not going against the interest of the nation. So this is the main thing. Here it is the main aim is to stabilize the foreign exchange market in India. So there should be no dip, immediate rise in the foreign exchange. There is the moderation. This is the main purpose, and that's why RBI has given this. And this is the use of the internal affairs in the development process as well as different activity. That's why FCRA is given to the Home Ministry. So is it clear enough? FEMA include both the money that is coming and the money that is outgoing from the India, FEMA. But here it is only for the money that is coming to the India. Contribution from the foreign nation, this comes under this. So you should be careful about this. There is minute difference. The main difference is that who control, Home Ministry and the RBI. There could be the confusion. UPSC had the chances to ask. Again, we will know that what is the ground to cancel the FEMA FCRA in the further upcoming news. Here it is showing that the value, the importance of the bull and animals in the southern states, particularly. This is showing that Gangi Reddu bulls, and this is the others events with respect to the Makar Sankranti. Lot of each state like the Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they have their own rituals with respect to the these. Like the here in the Makar Sankranti in the Karnataka, Bangalore, They decorate the bull and cow and made to walk on the fires. This is very dangerous thing, and they take care of this cow and bulls one day before the sending them, forcing them to go through the fires. But this is not means it is many times considered as a very cruel, and it also have the safety issues. Like this is the Jallakattu, where they try to tame the bull in a such a manner, and they make this bull very much they train them so that they cannot be tamed, and in the last they try to tame. So different type of these rituals, festivals are associated with bulls. Look, this is again from the Jallikattu, this scene. This is the from the they are dancing in front of Gange Reddu Bal. Gange Reddu Bal, this is the ball that is decorated very and after that uh, they are rounded up around the village, and they perform some activities such as the dance, and also they ask alms. This is the case. This is one of the scenes from the Jallakattu. Next important news that we are going to take is this: the turmoil that is going in the West Asia. Already we have covered. New thing that only we will cover in this session, like this Hasad al Sabi. This is the a group that this is supported. We know the Houthi, but there is one more group, Hasad al Shabi, that is also targeting the US ships, and they are also supported by the Iran, and they are very much active in the Iraq and Syria. So you should remember this name. UPSC can ask this name. Okay. Further, it is talking that what is the interest, what is the aim of the like the Israel. They carried multiple strike in the Syria, Lebanon, and there is the three major operational center in this Middle East, West Asia. They are the Iran, Israel, and the US. What is the US in short? We know that what the Iran want, what the Israel want. Israel want to destroy Hamas and get back the hostage. Iran retaliate. Whatever the Israel is doing, retaliation. What the US want? The US want to ensure the security of Israel and also security of American troops and its asset deployed in the region. And third is that it's trying to preserve its system. The system it has made, the order, the hegemony US has created, they want to protect that. Okay, so this is the map where everything is going on. They are attacking them, they are attacking them, Iran is attacking here, their asset of the US. Okay, this Israel is attacking the Gaza. Okay, so this is the fighting going from the one group to other group, and whoever is getting the chance, they are attacking the others. This is the going on. Okay. The one thing this war has brought, that the vulnerability of the US. US was considered as that they are maintaining the system. Whenever they want, they can create the war, they can stop the war. But here, in the 100 days, this war is going, but still the US is not able to protect its own ships, and the US is not able to ensure which direction this war should go. Beside that, we see that the change, because in the 1967 war, in the 6 days, Israel won the war. But now it is the 100 days, still there is no result. And US has been in the very much into the quagmire. It is not able to know what to do. So one thing that is positive in all this war, there is had the Saudi and Iran detented. There has been the peace between the Saudi and Iran. Still, they are not attacking each other, and also the Saudi that brokered the peace with the Houthi. They are not going to destroy that. This has been still intact. So this is all about. The next important news is with respect to the those recruitment that is being done for the Israel, and Israel wants some workers in different area because its people are involved in the war, so they want some workers so that they can work in uh, their different area and different necessity. Like they have they are Okay, so where are they want this worker to work? So there has been the mention that they are particularly want to associate them with the respect to areas such as, yes, such as the here plastering work, ceramic tiles work, iron bending, and frame workers. So these are the recruitment that is being done. 10,000 workers that is being recruited, and the main thing is this money, this salary. If you are giving to the unemployed person, they are ready to go even if there is the insecurity and there is the threat of their life. This is showing, okay, what is the main issue? This National Skill Development Corporation, it is recruiting, and it is recruiting under what? This is the theme line: passport to the dream abroad. So those who dreams to go abroad, they have the chance to discover new origin in the Israel, as per the its recruitment advertisement. What govern this immigration activities and these emigrants? This is the immigration rule under the Immigration Act in the India. And but if you are sending these people in the war-torn area, generally what we do, we bring people from the war conflicting area. But now we are sending. This is the against the ethos of India. Okay. This generally this is done whenever there is the risk prone area. Whenever there is the recruitment or immigration in these risk prone area, what we do this under the migrate system, and under this system, these country comes. So they are the particularly they are the they have some riskier uh, activities and events are going on. These are like the Afghanistan, Bahrain, Indonesia, all these area. But Israel is not on this list. And whenever we send in this area, we provide some of the safety, security, and protection. Okay. So this trade union is pointing out that your recruitment in this area without this protection is the violates the provision of Immigration Act. Okay. And beside that, it also violates the labor law and international labor law that provide for the migration of employment convention and migrant workers convention 1975. India is not the part of the both of these conventions. Please remember that India is not part of this migration for the employment convention and the migrant worker supplement and provisions convention. But India is saying that we are not part of this convention, but the Israel is the part. That's why the safety. So think about the logic that we are not taking the ourselves going to the be part of this convention, but we are appreciating that yes, Israel is already part of this, and beside that, Israel is the part of the OECD. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development country, particularly most of the country they are associated with this group is from the Europe. They are a developed country. So it is talking that the labor law in the Israel is very strict and they are the part of OECD, so there is no risk. So yes, you should also remember that this World Employment and Social Outlook report of the ILO. So the question can be there, who published this report, World Employment and Social Outlook? So it is the International Labour Organization. Okay. Number of the people working in the Israel as at present is 18,000, and they are mainly working in the area of such as the primarily caregivers and also into the diamond trade, IT professional and student. They are these 18,000 includes these groups. But in the other countries of the such as the Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, there is the 80 lakh Indians. So you should always compare that where we are getting more benefit whenever you are taking the decision. So it should be the balance. What government need to do to, as per this report, there is going to be increase in the unemployment. So the more and more people will search for the job. there is chances that they will out migrate. In that case, what government can do? Government can do skilling of this labor force. Okay. Beside that, there is need for a more accurate forecast for labor demand, so that there could be the proper balancing out of demand and the skilling of that people. If there is the demand for the carpenter in the section of the carpenter, so we will provide carpentry skills. If there is the need for the blacksmith, so we will, if we have the proper accurate data, we can, as per that, we can train and skill proportionate manner. Parliamentary Standing Committee has also asked for to draft the migration policy, because lot of population, we are seeing that the number has increased. We have seen that the threefold increase in this out migration. And now, as per this committee, now the existing institutional arrangement for the protection, safety, and the welfare of these Indian immigrants are not based on the adequate data infrastructure. This is lacking, so we need this, and policy, that is the demand. Here it has given the increase in this number of migration. There has been the 3 to 4 times increase. So that's why the government need to come with the migration policy. Next important news that we are going to take as per the relevance of UPSC is this Jas al-Adal. This is the militant group, terrorist group that is working in the Baloch area. Baloch area, you should include this area, include the area of the Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. So you should remember here it has given that, and there has been the, due to the colonization and the fragmentation of this area, they have scattered around these 3 regions, and they always demand that yes, there should be the unity of the region and there should be sovereignty of these people. Here, जैसे Jas al-Adal, this is the main reason for the their conflict between the Pakistan. And the very interesting thing is that they are the Sunni and they are from the Salafi side. So, but they are asking the independence and equal treatment of the Sunnis in the Iranian side of Baloch area. Okay, so that's why Pakistan is protecting them, supporting them. But there is one case, the Baloch, they are also demanding the sovereignty in the Pakistan area. But if they are asking against the Iran, then the Pakistan support on those sections who are asking this sovereignty in their own region, they suppress. So this is the irony of the thing. One times when it comes against your interest, you start suppressing. When it is against some others' interest, you start encouraging. This is the going on. Baloch, they are supporting in the Iran side if they are demanding for the sovereign area, but if they are asking in the Pakistani side, they are suppressing. This is the case. Okay. This is for the this is the same news that misuse of FCRA. So we have seen that what is the main reason for that. The provision of these, particularly there is the clause in this FCRA Act that there will be the a ban and restriction if this is going to in the area of like the, if the person is that organization is engaged in the production broadcasting of the news. Okay. And they also prevent, restrict in the area of the this cartoonist, editor, owner of a association and company referred to the clause. Okay, that is particularly this broadcasting and the news publication. So this act, this act prevents, and many a times if these many NGO, they if write any of the column of anything on that pretension, also their this registration under FCRA is cancelled. Recently, this is very hype due to the this Center for the Policy Research. It is very a leading think tank. It is working at the global level. But there was some of the involvement where there was a group that was demanding and protesting against the government, particularly in there was the mining area owned by the Adani Group, and it was being supported by the government, but there was the protection, and there was allegation that this group funded those who are protesting against that mining activity. And this mining activity was taking place in the Hasdev Errand area, and this is in the Chhattisgarh. So let's locate this area, because many a times if this is in the news. Okay, so this is Chhattisgarh. Is it visible? India, Chhattisgarh. And this is the Hasdev Errand, and this is very close to Korba, and this is also close to this Achanak Mar Wildlife Sanctuary. So you should know this is the also part of the World Biosphere. They are declared as the World Biosphere site. Bilaspur and Raipur, the capital of Chhattisgarh. So this is important. Achanak Mar Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is all about. Next important news that we are going to take is with respect to the science and technology CGS paper 3. And there has been the test that the therapeutic antibody is more effective as compared to the now that we are using this animal derived blood serum to cure the snake bite. Whenever there is a snake bite, generally we do administer this anti venom therapeutics that is using the animal derived blood serum. But this had a limited effect, and this is also expensive to produce, and many a times it result into the adverse immune reaction. That's why we are going for this therapeutic antibody. What is this? This is also known as the monoclonal antibodies, and they are the class of drugs that are designed to mimic the immune system's ability to fight harmful pathogen. So they are the cloned, mimic and cloned, okay, and they are produced by the cloning here. They are produced by the cloning identical immune cell. So this is the way they are produced. They are more effective. So you should remember that this, if the question comes that the therapeutic antibodies can be more effective in the case of the snake venom toxicity. So this will be the correct answer. Next news is with respect to this study that this urban centers, they impact the local climate, particularly the temperature variation. And the studies with respect to the Bhubaneswar, we have found that due to this, they have studied in the Bhubaneswar. This is the capital of the Odisha, and they have found that ki, almost 60% of overall warming observed over the cities due to the local activities and change. Okay. So they have found that there is the decreased evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration means it is the combination of the evaporation and transpiration. Evaporation is generally whenever there is the water that evaporate due to the change in the humidity and the moisture content. Okay. And transpiration is due to the this activity of food making activity by the plants. So transpiration takes place. This all the reaction of the photosynthesis. So in that process, there is the transpiration as well. So what they do? They due to this decreased evapotranspiration, there is the this natural surface that is being replaced with the artificial impervious surface. Whenever we do concretization, change the habitation and climate composition, this vegetation composition of the vegetation, we cut the trees, we create the concrete roads, buildings. So this evapotranspiration change and it's create the artificial impervious surface, and this contribute to the warming. This has the finding. Okay, beside that, this concrete also trapped. This warming is due to the trapped heat into the this concrete and asphalt materials that is being used for the building materials, buildings. Okay. Beside that, due to this construction of the buildings, also there is they reduce the speed of air. Where is this? Dispersion heat from the city reduce in the. Okay, this is particularly with the reduce the wind speed here. The drop in wind speed and air speed. That's why the transfer of the heat also reduce. Okay, this is the findings. So this is changing the climatic pattern of the urban areas and cities. That is all about. Next important news that is relevant for us is from the this. Okay, this is the ethnic war that is going in the Sudan and Eastern Chad. That is the part of the Africa. So just you should locate where these areas are, because there is the one group supported by this paramilitary rapid support force and its allied. They are attacking the local ethnic people, those who are opposing, and there is the support from the UAE as well, as per the UN report. So there has been the migration and the refugee. So this is the all, but we are seeing continuously. Just you should know, you should locate this South Sudan, this Darfur area, and Eastern Chad and Jaras. This is the name of the region, Jaras. Where are they? So yes, this is the Africa. Is it visible? Africa, and Sudan is here. The conflict is going here. Sudan, South Sudan, Chad, and Amjaras is here. And this is area that is the Darfur area. That is facing the main violence. Ethiopia is here. Okay. Gulf of Aden, Red Sea, here is also the Houthi attack is going on. Oman and Gulf of Oman, Persian Gulf. So you should always locate all this in Mediterranean. And here is the Black Sea. Okay, so all this thing you should know. Above this Sudan is the Egypt, and here is the Israel, that the conflict between Israel and Gaza is going on. Iraq, Iran. Okay, Ramsar is here. We talk about the Ramsar site. So Ramsar site is here at the Caspian Sea. If I will increase, the Ramsar is here. So this is just at the bank of the Caspian Sea. This is the Caspian Sea. This is the Caspian Sea. I hope this is clear. Mjaras, this is the city where we are seeing the conflict, ethnic conflict. Next important news, we have covered most of the news. This is with respect to the Nepal. There is also the people from the Nepal. They are joining the Russian army, because there is also need of the human force due to the war that is going with the Ukraine. So again, the government of Nepal is asking not to recruit our people, but yes, the people need money and Russia need people. So Russia is recruiting and people are joining, despite the government is not promoting it. Here there is demand for the cut in the import in the gold, silver and the platinum, because we bring the raw gold and these stones and these metals, and we add the value and make the jewelry, and after that we export. So that's why we are asking to reduce the import duty, so that it could be more competitive. What is the difference between the custom duty and the import levy? Custom duty is known for the both. It is imposed on the both who are we are exporting and importing. So custom duty is for the import as well as the export. They are levied on both. Import is specific to the that product that we are importing, imports levy is on that. Import levy, beside the custom duty on the import, it's also include the other fee and charges. So it has it is more than the import custom duty. If it is the import custom duty, it could be the import custom duty and export custom duty. And import levy include the other things such as the surcharge and other fees. So there has been the dumping from the China due to this low custom duty. So our our manufacturer asking to the increase the custom duty on the those imports that is coming from the uh, China. So this is all about, we have covered most of the news from the today's the Hindu newspaper, and here we will conclude our session. Thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.